Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. For today's guest, we have Glassman. Welcome in. Now you can come in, see right there. And for the co-host, welcome in, Mike. Welcome in.
Hey.
How you doing? Thanks for coming. Please, in case anybody doesn't know you, just introduce yourself. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Can I have my water?
Oh, no, it's not allowed. No advertisements. Do you want me to bring you something to drink?
All right. I'm sorry this couldn't work out.
You need the water? It's that important?
That's why I brought it, yeah. Just put it where you found it, please.
I'll allow it if it's contingent, if the interview is contingent on that.
Yeah, good.
We can't give you something that we brought for you. We brought special water.
Oh, let me see it.
Oh, I don't have it now.
Okay, well, when you're ready.
Okay, whenever you're done with that, please just introduce yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about.
Hi, my name is Rick Glassman. I am a actor, dramatic actor, and I have a podcast called Take Your Shoes Off Podcast. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's really serious, but it's fun. So when I was asked to do yours, I figured, kind of share each other's audiences a little bit, and I could introduce my podcast audience to you guys, and perhaps some of your podcast audience, you could check this podcast out. Check me out.
You're saying you want them to check you out, or I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying who benefits from this, me or you?
It feels like a trade.
A trade?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I think you benefit from it more.
Oh.
Well, just because you're getting an episode out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you have advertisers, right? Who are some of your advertisers? Obviously not Mountain Valley Water, but who are some of your advertisers? Like, how much money do you think you'll make off this episode?
At least $200.
Okay.
It's possible. I've made upwards of that before. So I'm hoping for the best. But
Do you not have any advertisers yet?
no, I've had some before.
Yeah, DraftKings was one of them, right?
No, Prize Picks.
Oh, what's so great about Prize Picks?
Nothing.
Oh, they dropped you.
No, they're gonna buy more actually, but they didn't buy any on this one, so I'm only speaking badly about them.
Hey. Whoops. You don't talk about your advertisers that way anyway.
So for anybody who doesn't know you, you're a half black, half Jewish, quarter homeless, autistic, blind, disabled comedian. Which out of those is the most difficult to deal with?
Same again?
No, go ahead. Which one is out of those is the most difficult to deal with?
I don't know. I don't look at any of those things as. I mean, I don't know. I don't really understand the question. Like,
So when you wake up one day, maybe which one is the hardest typically for you to go with day to day?
I guess I could answer your question most honestly without choosing from your silly multiple choice. Right now, the obstacles that I've been feeling, and I'm grateful for that. This is all it is, but I've been feeling a bit lonely.
No, but that wasn't part of it. It was mostly about.
What do you think half black, half white means?
I didn't say half white.
What's the other half?
Half Jewish.
Did you just laugh or did you clear your throat?
No, I went, yeah. Like, disgusted.
At
No
what-
laughing, no clearing.
You're disgusted at the half Jewish?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know, man. What's the next question,
No, go ahead. You don't speak about Jewish people.
I speak about Jewish people.
So, but why don't you want to answer my question?
Your question wasn't about Jewish people.
I asked about you and your Jewishness.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, so what I say?
You said something about I'm half black, blind, deaf, autistic, homeless.
Quarter homeless.
Yeah, so what's the question?
I said, which one of those out of the ones I named is the most difficult to deal with? If you're trying to say you have other ones that I didn't mention, that's fine, but that weren't part of the multiple choice.
Nothing that you mentioned that I have experienced, I find to be anything other than just that's what it is, I've never not been half black.
Yeah,
So
but no,
I don't know
that's fine.
how
But
difficult that is.
you can be self-aware about which one makes the most problems for you.
I don't know. I mean,
I used to be Jewish, and that one made issues for me.
yeah.
So I stopped being Jewish.
What are you now?
Normal guy.
Yeah. Half black, I guess.
Oh, you picked the only one that wasn't true, huh?
What the fuck did you just say? My grandfather on my mother's side is half black, and my grandfather on my father's side is half black.
But okay.
And one of my grandmas is full black.
So that becomes interesting then, because you said that it is how it is. But if you had to pick one that is the most difficult, you said that you would pick the one that's half black, but you're not even clearly black. So why is that one the most difficult?
Have you not seen me play basketball? Hey. We're recording something, huh? You see how I have my phone face down? No. Don't put it on the floor. Hey. Hey, man, I could leave and you could edit out everything.
That's not cool, because then I need at least 40 minutes for an episode.
All right, what's the next question?
If you leave now, I'm cutting out the podcasting you said in the beginning.
That's fine.
You don't care? You're trying to be difficult because you're not doing yes ands. Be a cool guy.
I'm not doing what?
Style.
I'm sorry, you want to tell me what character to play? I'm coming in here, you're fucking with my water, you're touching my phone, you're asking me questions about...
You put it on the table. I just didn't want it there.
How much research did you do about me? For real?
A little bit.
A little bit? How much you think I did about you? Are there any nice questions?
They're all nice questions.
Because when I drove here...
Do you want me to...
I got here 10 minutes early. You might not know that because I wasn't 10 minutes early. You know why? Because when this was booked, I got no phone number, just an email address.
Oh, yeah, email.
And I emailed when I got here 10 minutes before I was supposed to that there's no parking.
Okay.
I'm driving all over the place. I'm parking at a PetSmart. Then I come here and I have to go up this weird alleyway in a parking garage that I can't even get into. This whole time I find out, your producer tells me, oh, we have a parking pass if you want it. Do you want that?
Oh,
hey,
did
buddy,
you use it?
I could have used that 15 minutes ago.
So where'd you park?
PetSmart.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's better for you to park over there because then we keep the parking space clear here in case anybody wants to use it. So you want me to ask nice questions? I don't understand.
Yeah, I want nice, flattering questions. I want you to gas me up. I want you to tell me you've seen things I've done.
Okay.
I want you to tell me you like those things, and I want you to tell me what you like about them.
Okay, fine. I'll read one. Do you think gay people become evil as they're born or before?
I think there are evil gay people. I don't think being gay makes you evil. It's kind of like...
No, it's the opposite. It's being evil makes you gay. Which inherently makes all of them evil, or no? What do you think?
Well, if they're evil, that makes them gay, so
do
they were evil first.
Do you think there's any of them that aren't evil?
Gay people that aren't evil? Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I'm gay.
No, that's not true. I know that not to be true.
How do you know that not to be true?
Oh, I guess it's possible that it's just not public information, but that would be disappointing.
I am not attracted to most men.
What's the implication from that?
I'm only attracted to very, very good-looking men, so I don't know what bit you would have done, but I don't think that you have any hot guy friends.
You're making it difficult. You're arguing about gay people. You're saying they're not evil.
I'm making it difficult. This whole show should be called difficult. Anyway.
Should it be illegal to put sleeping medicine in a woman's drink to help them fall asleep faster?
If they are not consenting, yes. But if it's your wife and she is, No,
they don't know. You met them at a bar?
I don't drink.
I'm giving a hypothetical, not with you specifically. Should it be illegal?
That's what I say to my buddy Pathetical when he walks in.
Oh, I get it. That's not... it's a okay pun, but go ahead.
Thank you.
Go ahead with the question.
I don't have one.
I'm saying go ahead with the question. Like, finish your answer to
I
my
said
question.
yes, it should be illegal if they're not consenting.
Why is that?
Because you're taking advantage of another person.
I never said anything about that.
That's what putting sleeping pills into somebody's...
How's that taking advantage of them? I said to help them fall asleep faster.
Because you're making them fall asleep.
Yeah, but the implication to help them fall asleep faster means they're already trying to go to sleep.
Well, the implication is null and void after I ask if they're consenting, and you said no.
So you don't think you should be able to do anything to anybody without consent?
If it involves their physical space...
You didn't touch them?
Yeah, you put something into their body.
But you didn't touch them.
That's in their body.
You had something that is going to affect their body, but you didn't physically yourself touch them.
Yep. And I never will. That's just not the way I roll. Is that how you roll?
Oh, no.
Why are you arguing for
I never said that.
And what's funny about it if you're not really arguing about it?
That's not funny. People get ripped all the time. That's not something to joke about.
What are you bringing it up for?
Well, I wanted to hear your opinion on it. Okay. That's not funny at all.
Do you share my opinion? It's yours to lose.
I wouldn't do it myself.
Yeah. If you have something set up that's going to get me wet, buddy, don't get me wet. Don't get me wet. I'm serious.
Hug.
No.
Hug.
Buddy, hey,
Hug.
hey.
Hug. Hug. Hug.
Hey, you're in my space. I'm going to give one warning.
Hug.
Give him a hug.
Hug.
Give him a hug.
Hug.
You better give him a hug.
Hug.
Don't get me wet.
Hug. 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 Hug.
Hey,
Hug. Hug.
don't hurt your cameras, man. I don't want to get wet. Leave me the fuck alone, dude. Leave me alone. You going to leave me alone? I didn't come here for that. I didn't even get parking. You're not going to get me wet. Leave me alone. Is you going to leave me alone? You going to leave me alone?
Give him a hug.
Hug.
Why won't you give him a hug?
I don't want to get wet.
Hug.
Okay.
All right, I'm out.
Hug.
We need to,
Hug.
no, see.
no.
We need to
Hug.
continue.
Get your buddy away.
Hug.
You want him out of here?
I want him out of here.
What do you do?
Hug.
Fuck, dude. That's fucking weird, man. That's a weird guy, man. What a weird show.
Now I need to fix the camera on you. Do you think that's a good way to treat people when they ask you for a hug?
Hey,
That's not cool at all.
you know, I didn't touch him. Isn't that your excuse for why you think it's okay to people?
I never said that was allowed. It's illegal. Did you know that?
Yeah.
So what I say,
You said you don't think it should be illegal.
that's not true.
Yeah.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Unless you edited it out. That's what you said.
I didn't. Oh, okay. And I edited out. Well, I could say that about anything. I edited out the part. I went on your podcast and you deleted it because you said that you actually, what'd you say? You said that you were actually doing it to people yourself. See, I could do the same trick
Why wouldn't I just edit out that part instead of not posting the whole episode?
because I kept confronting you about it. That was the whole episode. Now you're
Oh, I
trying to
don't
act
remember.
stupid about it. No, of course not.
How long into the episode did that happen?
1 minute.
So I have a minute without it?
I guess technically it was you introducing me. I wasn't on camera. You said, "Oh, this and that. Welcome back." You know the.
You know, if you really watch my podcast, you would know that the guest always walks in before
Yeah,
the
no,
podcast
I know
starts.
that, but that's not how this episode was. I watched your podcast. I did my research.
I've seen every one of your podcasts. I've
That's-
also seen your clips from before it. I've been following you for a very long time. I'm a really big fan.
But what was your favorite one? Favorite podcast?
You know, I'm a sucker for Mark Norman, man.
Mark Norman. But that guy is right up your alley. That guy's another comedian like you. So you could have seen that. Did you see the one with what was the guy? Homeless guy?
Donnell Rawlings?
Oh, that's racist. Why? Because he's black?
Is he?
Pretty clearly.
I hope you edit that out then.
Oh no, I don't edit stuff. That's in every episode. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. Have to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Sheath. To tell you a little bit about Sheath, Sheath is an underwear company that originally started in India. The owner of Sheath was originally born as an Indian at the absolute lowest level of the caste system. But after taking advantage of fellow low-level Indians and other brown people, he was able to use materials like modal and bamboo. Sheath is also well known for the dual pouch, which helps make people who wear the underwear extremely comfortable. My friend Mike and his father Mike originally started wearing the underwear a couple years ago. They said it was extremely comfortable and that after wearing it, their legs started to turn green. Thank you so much to Sheath for sponsoring today's episode. If you want to get some yourself, please go to sheath.com. That's SHEATH.com and use code Matan for 20% off.
Oh, I was about to be loose up. I was about to be loose. It was about to go really well. Fuck. My whole demeanor was going to change.
Put that away now. Oh, he took it from you. Did you try hitting the camera or on
Nope.
top of it? You try to do it over it? That's not true. To be honest, I did some research. I thought you were going to be a little more autistic. Why do you think the retarded people are so socially awkward?
I think that by, statistically, you have people that are typical and then you have people that are atypical. Typical meaning more so. So when you have more people one way and then less people another, that minority of people that the way they think that way, they're going to seem socially awkward compared to the majority. But if the roles were reversed, have you seen Planet of the Apes?
I already had enough black jokes for the episode.
You can leave that in?
Oh yeah, I don't edit stuff out. But
I've seen so many. So are you still interested in my answer? Because I was going to give an analogy.
Go ahead.
So in Planet of the Apes are, there's less of them that are able to talk, and they don't really like fit in with the typical humans, right? But eventually more of them start to talk and the humans lose their voice. Who's socially awkward? It's all comparison. Awkward to what?
Okay, so you understand what I'm saying to social standards. Are you just denying that?
But the standards of typical people. Because if you take a room, if you took a room full of atypical people,
I guess if you took a room full of autistic people, then they wouldn't be socially awkward because they'd all act like that. But they don't live in a world full of other people with that same
not
disease.
yet. Well, not a disease.
You want them to all have the thing you have?
I want everybody to be incorporated around it. Diversity.
I didn't mean to offend you or nothing. You're getting like really prideful about this. I didn't mean to like.
I think this is great. I think a conversation like this is important. This is what I'm talking about. I think more people need to be introduced to diversity, whether it's black people or gay people. Those are the big two. But there's also Asian people and there's Jewish people.
The big two what?
There's neurodiversity. There's people that are more typically diverse. There's just all these people, and
what do you think we should do with those people?
I think we should not section them off like in high school, and you have the popular kids and you have the jocks.
I agree.
Then you have the bookworms.
Listen, when I went to high school,
and you have the guys that play D&D, and then the subdivisions of the nerds. You have the Magic the Gathering players, the D&D players.
You already mentioned those guys.
Those are different. Believe it or not, those are different people. Kind of like how like stand-ups and improv comics.
No,
everyone thinks it's the same world, but really they don't really mingle the same.
How to turn off my ringer, sorry. No, what I was saying is that if you took, I'll give you an example. When I was in high school, I wasn't like particularly.
Are you not in high school anymore?
No.
How old are you?
17.
You graduated already?
No.
Homeschooled?
Online, yeah.
Yeah? What's the website?
I don't know the name of it. And
you don't know the name of the high school website?
If I did, I wouldn't say it online.
Huh.
On a podcast. You trying to dox me? You're trying to trick me into doing it to myself?
What would be the problem with you saying where you went to high school?
Well, I still do it online.
But what's the problem? Like, what if that gets out? What's the big secret?
I don't know. You never know. You're trying to trick me into doing it, and then I might have to edit it out, and then you win.
Well, you already say you bleep stuff. You could bleep it. What's the name of your high school you go to?
Oh, I actually don't know. I'm not sure.
Okay. When do you graduate?
This year.
Yeah? You going to go to class tomorrow? Or Monday?
No, I don't do Zoom classes or nothing.
So what do you do? What's the schooling like?
Nothing. I have someone do the assignments for me.
How do you even get the assignments?
Application.
From where?
A website.
What's that website?
It's not, the website isn't the actual school though. It's completely separate.
And then with that, you are getting your GED?
No, I'm not in college. You try to trick me to see if I would mix those two up. See, I'm not stupid. If you said you did the research on me like you said, you would know that how old I am already, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I knew you were 17. That's why I was confused that you weren't in high school.
Well, I've also said that I do it online. So that's.
But I don't believe it.
Oh, do you think I'm actually 17 or no?
I do.
But you think I still go to in-person high school? I don't. Which part do you not believe?
I don't believe that you don't like take classes.
I don't know what to tell you. I take the classes, but I don't do the assignments.
Badass.
No, I have somebody do it. It's not like a cool thing. Did you do the assignments when you were in school?
I had to go to a special school.
For like retarded people, or I don't understand.
For troubled youth.
Troubled youth, I doubt it, because the stereotype is that those people. I don't want to keep using that R word, retarded.
Stop. I would stop.
I'm not gonna say retarded again, but those people like you guys, those retards, they're known for being pretty good as long as they're not with Down syndrome in school.
Okay.
So why would you be in the troubled stuff? You're saying you were an outlier?
I'm saying I was bad news. We get into a lot of fights.
Physical fights?
Nope.
So what's the implication?
Repartee.
Huh?
That's the only R word I use.
Oh, you don't use that, but you have access to it? You're allowed to say it without any issues? Go ahead.
What?
Aren't you allowed to use that word with no problems?
What word?
The R word?
It seems like sometimes I say things and I do get into problems. I don't want to. I don't mean to.
Why are you going like this? Are you like acting right now?
But every now and then somebody wants to get me wet. Now, you see, I believe in getting people wet, but not with a drug like you. I get them wet by making them feel safe and secure.
I'll clarify now. I never said it should be illegal.
You're not making bank off this yet?
The show?
Yeah.
Not a lot of money.
Right.
A little bit.
Some episodes are doing better than others.
No, the main issue is that the episode, the ad revenue and the sponsors I started getting recently make some money, but I'm signed to this guy and he gets all of it. And then he sends it to me whenever he's feeling good.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have left high school, guy. It seems like you're making bad business deals.
No, he got me. He got me when I was still in there in person.
He got you?
Yeah, he had me sign one of those things.
Well, good, lucky for you. When do you turn 18?
Like 6 months.
You could take him to court, buddy. Contract with a minor. It's actually not even legally binding.
No, he took me to court over. He binded it.
He can't do it.
He got all of my relatives to sign on it.
They can't sign on your behalf once you're 18.
Yeah, but it still holds.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it does.
I'm telling you.
Well, I hope you're right. He's telling me that it holds.
Listen. In the podcast space, they call me the Golden Goose. Okay? And the reason they call me the Golden Goose is because when I have to take a shit, I lay a golden egg. And I'm starting to get some stomach cramps, and I feel like I could leave a golden egg for you if you're interested. But you'll let me know.
Like threading the shit on the floor, I don't get it.
Just a metaphor, man.
I don't think it was.
Do you know what a metaphor?
Metaphor? You didn't say metaphor. You said something else. What'd you say? Say it again.
Do you know what a metaphor?
You're not saying, do I know what is a metaphor? You're trying to say something else. You're trying to slip in another pun. Like hypothetical. Like that one. But
I like that one.
Yeah.
You don't like puns?
Oh, no, not at all.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I just don't like them.
Would you say you dislike them?
What's the pun?
No pun. I know you don't like them.
You just separated the syllables?
I know you don't like puns, so I'm just compromising. You could say I'm just playing with the rhetoric.
You are seriously autistic. I don't mean that with any offense or nothing.
I don't think you do.
No.
I don't think you mean anything you're doing.
Listen, you can keep saying that I'm not a for real guy, I edit this out and that, and that I'm lying about this.
I just noticed you have an accent. I know people talk about your accent.
Yeah, people think it's fake.
I always was confused why everybody's commenting on your accent. I didn't notice anything until just now.
You just noticed that I had an accent?
I've watched and listened to you so many times, including today, and I just noticed you had an accent. What's that?
I don't understand.
Wait, yeah, you don't have an accent again. Say that again.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I thought you had an accent.
I don't get what you're even trying to say.
Wait a minute. Now there's an accent again. Say I don't understand. Say the way you just said I don't understand.
Harold.
I don't know, man. The way you said I don't understand, it sounded like accent was gone again.
Like it was going in and out?
Yeah, but yeah. Just that one time.
Okay, we need to continue with the questions because I'm editing this all out, all right? You want to restart it?
I think this is going really well.
I think this is going terrible. Do you want me to reintroduce you?
It's your podcast, man. I'll do whatever you want as long as you don't touch my stuff.
How about you leave it there and then stand right there?
Are you going to replace the original intro?
No, I have an idea. How can we I think the way we need to fix this episode is we need to get rid of the co-host and replace him. We have another guy we can replace him with, but you had an issue with that.
Hey,
guy.
if it's the wet guy, I'm out.
He won't touch you.
Not gonna
He
happen.
won't touch you.
Not gonna
He'll
happen.
just sit there, and then at the end of the episode, when I'm done, I have enough minutes, he's gonna give you a big hug. Can he sit right there?
No, he's
Why-
out.
Why don't you want him next to you?
I'll tell you something. All right. Now I've seen the show. I've seen the guy. You guys are great at what you do, but I ain't getting wet. I think it's gross the way he came out here. There's something about him that I thought was fucking disgusting.
That's not cool to say about
I'm
somebody.
gonna keep it 100.
You're being very rude about him.
I thought it was disgusting. The way he was out here dripping, the face he was making, it fucking disgusted me. And I don't want that because I could keep these sweatpants and use them again without washing them. But if he gets them wet, I'm gonna be fucking grossed out.
I mean, but isn't that sort of washing it because you're getting it like soaked in water?
Listen, man, when you have the Golden Goose on your podcast, anything goes, man. But at the same time, you have to make some concessions.
Do you think it should be illegal to tell the police there's a missing person in somebody's home?
Say it again. For real?
Do you think it should be illegal to tell the police there's a missing person in somebody's home?
No.
Oh, it should be allowed.
Yeah. Right hand?
I agree. I used to do that to people sometimes.
You would do what?
I'd call the police and tell them there's a missing person inside their house.
Good. How did you find out that they were missing?
Oh, I guess maybe you didn't understand the question. The idea is that there's nobody missing.
Oh, how would I have known that?
That was the implication. But you're acting retarded right now.
All right.
Okay, if there is nobody missing and the person calling the police knows that, should you still be allowed to do it or no?
No.
Why not?
It's a waste of people's time and resources, and because time and resources are finite, that time and resource might get in the way of somebody who actually does need help.
What if the guy's evil and you're trying to give him justice?
What guy?
It could be anybody.
Who's the guy? The guy that you're calling it on? The guy that you're pretending is missing?
What do you need an example?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Hornswoggle, that little midget guy from WWE. What if it's that guy? He's evil.
I don't know. I'm not really watching it, but like his character, he's a heel?
I don't know him. I don't like the look of him.
I don't know, man.
You don't ever judge somebody based off their looks.
All the time.
So there you go. Well, I don't understand. How do you not understand this? I don't understand.
I don't know the guy you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, let's just who's somebody you think is evil?
I try not to speak negatively of other people.
Just pick someone.
I'll think of it in my head.
No, you have to name it.
No, slander.
You're allowed to say you don't like somebody. That's not slander.
That is slander.
Why? Is it a political?
By saying somebody's evil, you're attacking their character.
Yeah, but you're allowed. You could say I personally think that person's evil.
I could.
That's not slander.
It's talking negatively about other people.
But that's not slander.
Agree to disagree.
Who's somebody you think is evil? If you had to pick someone.
That's not what I do
Why?
here.
Is it political or something?
Oh, you mean like if I was going to think of like a politician?
I guess if I was to.
I don't know any politicians personally.
Yeah, but you might have. Are you just not going to answer the question? If you're trying to dodge around it, we can move on.
I already told you I don't like to speak publicly negatively about other people.
But will you interact with the question as if we're talking about somebody? I guess you just don't have to name them.
No, what's the question about it? What about them being evil?
If you should send the police to their house, hoping they get attacked, because the police think there's a missing person.
It's the same thing. It's a waste of time and resources. The police
It's
aren't
not
going to
because
stop
if
that
you-
person from being evil.
No, but if you, yeah, they might
the
shoot
police,
them
why would they shoot them?
because that's how that works.
That's not how it works. Have you
that
seen Breaking
happens-
Bad?
No, that's happened.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
I've seen part of it.
You got to do your research, man.
I've seen it before. Go ahead. What's the reference?
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Yeah,
Promise?
yeah.
Loss of trust doesn't come back right away. I'm going to ask you a question to
I've
prove that you're
seen
being
it.
serious.
Okay, ask me the question.
But before I ask you the question, have you seen the entire series?
The whole show and the prequel.
Okay. I do believe you. I really do.
Yeah, I even saw that animated series they released.
Breaking
for it.
Bad Bunny?
No, the animated one for the prequel. The one about the lawyer. Sounds like you didn't watch it.
So,
You forgot what you were gonna say because
Yeah,
I watched it.
no, I did forget. I forgot I forgot the analogy. Something
Well, I'm
about
trying to. You're
something
not,
about
you're
evil
not-
people.
You're not
Oh yeah,
understanding.
yeah, right. So like if if you were to call the cops on Gus Fring, okay, and they just show up to his house, he'd be like, "Hi, everybody, what's going on?" The cops aren't just going to shoot him.
No, that's not how that works. Well, typically, yes, but if you tell them there's a missing person, it happens to famous people all the time.
But you already said that person isn't actually missing.
No.
So they wouldn't
you're not calling it in that the celebrity is missing. You're calling
Celebrity.
Well, in this case, Gus Fring. This is usually happens to. You're not understanding this at
Gus
all.
Fring isn't a celebrity.
you're
He's a
playing
meth
stupid.
distributor.
Yeah, but I'm not using him as the
I
example.
thought you saw Breaking Bad.
I can answer trivia if you want to throw.
And you know what's interesting, because you have been Breaking Bad this entire time.
Oh, I have something I know about him. He's not gonna say it. Go ahead. Anything else? I can answer trivia about the show.
I really think this podcast is starting to hit its stride. What's the next question?
Well, I still wanted to get your answer on it.
I already told you, I do not think you should waste police's time and resources.
But you're not understanding the
I am understanding. You're saying, okay, so here's what you're saying. If you call the police on a bad guy.
No, not exactly. That's not what I'm saying.
Yes, it is.
Oh, you're not understanding this at all. You're really
okay. Joe Blow over there. Okay, we don't like because he's evil. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call the cops and say somebody's missing, and they're in Joe Blow's house. So those cops knock on the door.
They don't knock on the door. If you tell the police
are not gonna just.
Yes, they will.
Not without a warrant and without probable cause.
That
And
is
if there is not
probable
a
cause.
person actually missing, there's no probable cause.
That happens all the time.
Dude, if you don't understand slander, you're not gonna get probable cause. Believe me.
This
You don't even have a GED. You think a GED is college.
Listen, this happens all the time. People
Forgot he
getting
was
shot
here.
in people's houses. That happens all the time. Listen, I know you just went on a tangent.
And then you ruin the police officers' lives for killing somebody when they weren't allowed to.
Yeah, but the police officers usually don't go to jail.
Dude, you're living in a different time now, man. Police officers are held accountable.
You have like multi-personality disorder.
MPD?
I guess if that's the way to say it slow, yeah.
TWTSIS?
I don't know what that stands
The
for.
way to say it slow. You said
okay.
it.
Another pun?
AP?
Now I caught on, yeah. Another pun? You're trying to think the letters for that too?
No, I know them already.
Go ahead.
Are you a good dancer? IWGADD?
Yeah, but you came up with that in your head.
YCUWTIYH.
But now you're slipping up on it. You don't even know what you're saying.
BKYS up on it.
It?
Done 2
It's like a
weeks.
malfunction. It stopped working. You couldn't do it anymore.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Because I'd like to get an answer about the last question, but
I don't think you should waste the police officer's time.
That wasn't-
Even if the person is evil, that's not the way to approach it.
Yeah, but how would that be wasting the police's time? Let's say you call it in on a guy who already killed somebody, but they don't have evidence against him. But now you have.
So how are they going to arrest him?
Then they might just shoot him.
They're not.
That happens all the time.
The amount of times if you do that and you shoot the right
But
person. By the way, you don't get to be judge and executioner and jury
Why not?
because
Says
you
who?
haven't even graduated high school.
High school?
Do some research. Billy Madison, dude.
Is that another reference to? It's just all like this is way past my time.
What time do you usually go to bed?
2003. That's my birthday. Go ahead. Let's continue. Do you think if somebody tries coming into the country illegally,
Hey,
citizens?
hey. That makes you 20 or 21, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. That's what people usually say, but that's not true. Do you think if somebody tries coming into the country illegally,
Stop after the word coming.
do you think if somebody tries coming into the country illegally, citizens should have the right to sell them for parts?
No,
Why not? Go ahead.
because people aren't parts, man. We're
Why
all
are you shaking the
stardust.
table?
Come on. You know that's your buddy.
That's not him.
I don't shake tables. I
You're
make
going
tables.
Like this. You make is this another reference?
I don't shake
get?
tables. I make tables.
I don't get the reference.
That one's my own.
I could tell. And you need a yes and the questions or no and.
Oh, nobody told me anything. I didn't even figure out where to park. You want me to yes and everything?
Listen, I understand that you sent that email asking where to park, but you sent that email to somebody that doesn't even exist.
Well, we should call the police on somebody evil and say they're gone. That's not going to waste their
That
time.
person isn't-
Psych.
That person isn't real, so there's nothing to report.
All right, man.
You want to continue?
You might want to get him a jacket or something. He seems cold.
Stop fucking touching the table. See, it was you. He stopped and he kept going. See, I caught that. How come Indians always have a gun pointed towards their head?
Example.
I don't. Tough question. It's like asking why white people have white skin. It's just how it is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man.
The Indian people or people from Pakistan always have a gun pointed towards their head.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I have Indian friends. I've never seen a gun pointed at them. I don't know what you're talking about.
You've never seen a gun pointed at him? Bullet?
What? Did you just call me Bullet?
No, a bullet pointed towards their head, gun. I guess you could say either end, or it doesn't really matter.
Fine, I'll say it. And I'll say it once. Either end.
I understand the pun, but go ahead.
I answered you.
Oh, I mean, it seems like you're not interested in
These are ridiculous questions. These are absolutely ridiculous questions.
Why?
They don't make sense. They're not real.
That question absolutely makes sense.
What's the question?
Okay, I'll just
Say it again. Say the question again.
The Indian people always have a gun pointed.
What's the
towards their head.
question?
Oh, I don't even remember.
Because
that's just a statement.
It's a bullshit question.
Oh, I said why? Why do you?
That's a bullshit question, my cousin Vinny.
Is that like another show or something or a reference? Because you're going like this. You do that every time you think you got a good one out there.
I'm a musician and I am composing a song in my head, and so I don't forget it. Muscle memory. I do this like this when I'm feeling inspired, so I play when I get home.
Do you take medicine or it's uncurable? What you got?
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. I take medicine sometimes.
Well, yeah, I'm asking if you take medicine for that thing going on in your brain. I just need to check the time.
Hey,
I just need to check the time.
it's 8:55.
8:55?
You got 5 more minutes.
No.
You got a real question?
You want me to ask you a different question?
Listen, this is your thing. I just don't understand why you're wasting your time.
But you're the one. You just don't like these questions because you want me to ask you about.
You're not asking me a question that's
your
real.
Dog or something or some bullshit that's not interesting.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem.
You want me to ask you about like adopting your dog? It's just what.
Can I shit a little golden egg for you real quick?
Okay.
Something isn't interesting to you because you're not curious about it.
I'm not curious about the answer to any of these questions.
I could tell.
Yeah,
There's nothing that you're curious about. The only thing you're trying to do is antagonize me.
I'm not antagonizing.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I wouldn't antagonize.
No, you're not.
A Jewish guy.
So the only thing you're trying to do, you're failing at because you're not
doing that at all.
curious.
Okay, so should I act curious?
If you're a good enough actor, it's easier to be curious.
Okay, let me try again.
You haven't asked me anything about my mood, why I'm so afraid of being wet. You filled in the blanks. You made jokes about my pants. You weren't curious about anything I've said. I don't even know if you've been listening to me.
Half.
Kind of like me being half black, half Jewish. But you know what? Those two halves together make a whole. You don't have a whole self. You have a hole inside yourself. And I think if you were curious, you'd be able to find more data and information to fill that hole. You don't know what's serious with me, what's not. You don't know when to laugh and when to be uncomfortable. You don't know if you should be uncomfortable or if you should just play along.
No,
because you don't know me.
Let me
you
ask
didn't do any research. You haven't even seen Total Recall.
I did research for you.
Really?
I did research. Ask me a trivia question about yourself.
Sure.
There's something that somebody would know if they watch something.
Do I or do I not love a mustache?
Yeah, you like them. You have the little one in your pocket.
Well, you have one.
You have one on you right now? Yeah, I fucking
pocket.
called
Why
it,
not
bitch.
wear it?
I fucking called.
Why
that
not
before.
wear it?
I fucking called that. I ruined your little bit that you had that shit in your pocket.
And that's the point I'm making. Instead of playing along with somebody, you want to ruin it.
I ruined it.
By design, you're trying to ruin things.
And I did. I got
And
you.
that's what I mean about being adversarial.
I don't know what that
You
word
came
means.
in here.
That's above my vocabulary level.
Even your own man agreed with me.
Oh, he's asking for the mustache.
Oh, please. He wanted daps and he got him.
Give him the mustache.
Buddy,
I called that shit. I ruined your fucking bit about that stupid mustache.
whose podcast is this?
The boss right here.
Yeah? Well, why do you want to ruin bits on your own podcast, you fucking coward?
Because they're not mine. I'm gonna edit that shit out.
I know.
I have full control over the editing.
I know, man. And that's the attitude you should have. But you know what? I'm recording this entire audio thing. And that's why I didn't want anyone touching my phone.
That's
And if
fine.
there's any issues with it, I'm going to upload it.
That's okay. I'm gonna hire Longneck to sue you.
In fact, yeah, Longneck, the guy that you talk about at the end of every episode, because I pay attention. I do my research. You don't.
You're trying to do a bit right
This
here.
was really fun.
Okay, we'll move
Thanks
on.
for doing this. This was really fun, man.
Sure, but let's continue.
Oh, okay.
Are you want to leave? I don't understand.
I'm fine.
So you're good to continue.
Yeah, I thought we were done.
No, we're not. I have a couple more questions for you.
Okay.
A lot of children nowadays have problems focusing. Do you think it would help to send them to a concentration camp?
You're saying like Auschwitz?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
See, man,
I didn't mean to offend you again.
you didn't. I'm just mad. I'm mad. Are you curious why I'm mad, or does that not matter to you?
I guess I'm curious, yeah.
Look at the growth. I'm mad because that's funny to you.
That's not funny to me at all. That's not, people died in there.
Yeah.
Yep. It wasn't funny. I asked, did I laugh when I asked that?
I don't think that that's, no, man.
Do you want me to go to the next one?
Not really. I mean, if they're all,
He's home a little too much.
they're just stupid questions, man.
So why wouldn't you let that guy who came in here earlier?
I don't want to get wet from
was-
some, dude, that guy's fucking creepy,
He
man.
has cancer and he's a big fan of you and he's gonna die if you don't hug him. Would you
That's
give him
not
a
how
hug?
it works.
I'm asking you a hypothetical.
If you could prove that to be
You
true,
wouldn't give him the hug.
if you could prove that to be true,
Then you'd give him a hug?
you'd have to explain to me the science behind that hug curing his
Okay, but if somebody
illness.
Okay, that's not the case, obviously. I'm not trying to play it like it is.
I know, and I'm saying if that were the case, then yes.
Then you would.
If that was somehow the case, absolutely.
What if
You already told me it's not the case. And of course it's not.
Let me play another hypothetical. Let's say that guy is here and he doesn't get paid any money and I paid him to do it if you gave him a hug. That's the contingency. He has to give you a hug or he doesn't give
Oh
you
no,
a hug.
I'm not going to be held hostage by you. No.
That's real. Now it's not hypothetical. That's the
Yeah, I'm not
reality.
going to. You pay your people.
I don't
Is he
pay.
paying you? You're not going to answer me.
I don't pay no
He's
one
making
here.
money. You know that. I don't know what your involvement is in this, but I mean, let me tell you something.
You can't antagonize
Good
me
help
trying to get
is
paid.
hard to find. It really is.
I haven't-
And you don't just pay people when they threaten to leave. You pay them enough so they want to stay. You want to be mutually benefiting.
No,
from
I don't
this.
pay him when they threaten to leave.
Yeah, pay your people.
No, I don't pay him
That's
at
something
all.
I really believe in.
I disagree.
I
you-
don't know if you're being serious or not. I'm telling you.
No, I'm for real.
Because
right
you're
now.
really it's a great podcast. You're doing great stuff.
Oh, thanks.
Pay your people.
I don't pay no one. Do you have a guy who makes clips for you, like YouTube Shorts and TikToks?
Not really.
Oh, you don't upload those?
Not as much as I'd like to. It's
But are
we have a very small team, and every now and then I make them myself, or I outsource them.
The outsourcing, do you pay the guy who does it?
Of course.
Oh, that's no good.
I don't know why you think that.
The way because I have a much more efficient tactic.
Yeah,
How much do you pay him per clip?
it depends on the clip.
On average, per YouTube short, let's say.
I mean, if it's like a 40-second clip, maybe between $50 and $75,
$50 for that?
up to a minute. Yeah.
Oh wow. That's not proficient for you at all.
It gets expensive when there's a lot of clips, but these people put a lot of time into them.
Can I give you a solution? I'll actually help you out here.
Yeah.
You did my podcast, so I'll give you a
Golden
good
egg.
tip. Whatever you want to call it. What you should do, this is what I do. I just put a little tweet up saying I need some editors, and then I'll tell them that to make clips, I'll give them whatever number they want. They say I want $1,000 for one clip a day for a month. I'll agree to it, and then I'll get like
You get the 30 clips and then you don't pay them.
yeah. But if I have like 10 people doing that at once, I got like 300 clips a month, and then I get to pick which one per day.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, no?
I don't. That's not sustainable to me
Why is that not sustainable?
because now those people are never going to do it again. And as
Why?
people, because they fool me once.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
why
fool
would
me
I need
twice.
those same people to do it again? There's a bunch of idiots who do that, who edit.
I don't know, man. You're putting this out there now, so any people that follow you, they might hear that thing. Like, it's just that stuff that you're putting out there.
Yeah, but
people
don't-
have reputations
Let me
of
tell you
being bad to have business with.
Oh, I don't have that reputation yet because everybody thinks I'm joking, but one day it's going to come out that I don't pay no one.
That might be true. Yeah.
That's gonna be the day because I haven't paid no one here.
But you're not even making money, you said. So
Well, all the money from me is being stolen, but that has nothing to do with me not paying someone.
yeah, I think it is. I feel like it's conditioning you how to treat people the way you've been treated. You're young. You'll figure that out.
That's way before. That's more like manifestation. Like I was scamming people, so I got some karma or something.
Okay.
You know what I mean, or you don't get it?
I don't get it.
Okay, what time is it?
Same time it is when Godzilla sits on your watch. Time to get a new watch. That's an old classic joke I read in a joke book once. 9:07.
So do you steal your jokes?
If I ever tell a joke that I've heard from somebody else, I reference where I heard it.
What if you did it like unconsciously?
Like if I told a joke that I never realized I heard,
Yeah.
and I told it and I thought I came up with it.
Sure, go ahead.
Is that what you're suggesting?
I'm suggesting that if that happened, what would you do?
I wouldn't know.
But you've done that before. I was watching your podcast and you kept doing that.
Tell me which one.
I don't remember the specific details. It wasn't that important to me, but you kept. Oh, and then another thing, I heard that you delete negative comments on your YouTube videos.
I don't know who you heard that from.
I keep commenting and I can't find a single one of my comments.
Well, why don't you pull out your phone and comment something now?
But now you're not going to delete it because now you know. That
I would just like to see. So if I could see what one of those things are up there.
Yeah, but you would just not delete it now.
Correct. I've never deleted it. But
You'd keep deleting my comments.
what does the comment say?
Not in good stuff, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, there's lots of not. You know what? I'll be honest with you. There's not lots of negative, but there are negative comments on my thing.
And no, there's not.
Oh,
Maybe-
So wait
maybe-
a minute.
Maybe
Wait a minute. You haven't done research on me and watched my stuff that much, but you've read all the comments to know there's no negative.
I've done research.
So all the comments on my podcast are positive,
No, you leave some outliers to make it look legit.
but most of the comments are positive.
Correct.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you go to my channel at Rick Glassman,
Oh,
go to
no,
my
this is
podcast, and
crazy.
why don't you see
That's a tricky
all the
system.
positive comments, and feel free to leave your own, positive or negative. We
That's-
really appreciate the feedback. It's better than this.
That's getting a super bleep.
It's better than
That's
this.
getting. If I make a Patreon one day and I start releasing these episodes like with no bleeps or anything, so they don't get demonetized, I'd still bleep that out right there.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Are you in a relationship?
No.
Have you ever been?
No.
Seriously?
No. Never.
Now, is that a choice of yours, or have you not met somebody that was interested in you that you were interested in them?
The first option.
It was a choice.
Yeah, I've never tried to get in a relationship.
Okay, you've made a choice, a conscious choice, to never be with somebody. Why?
I've just been focused on business.
Buddy, you don't pay your people and you don't make money. You're not focused on business. Believe that.
That's not true because I make more money now than I did 4 months ago. But
Why? How? The person that makes your money has been stealing all your money.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't steal all the money.
Oh, just all the money. Not all the money, but all the money.
No, I didn't say that earlier. I said that whenever he's feeling happy, he'll send me some money.
Okay.
And these last couple of months, he's been starting to send me more money. And again, I don't have access to my like YouTube statistics or ad revenue, so I don't know which video makes how much money. But I
what
would.
business have you been focusing on then?
That's a good question. I never thought about it.
Because you're not curious.
Sometimes I'll look at the stock market.
Yeah? What are you looking at?
Nothing. I'll just look at the chart go up and
Yeah?
down.
I got into NVIDIA a while ago.
Nvidia,
Yeah.
the computer company.
Well, they were making like graphics cards and
Yeah.
they're big into AI now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with what I said?
I
You just wanted to throw that out there. It was like
You're talking about the stock market. I thought you might be curious. I could tell you about a lot of tech stocks that I still believe are going a lot of places. Even though I got in early, I'm still buying certain things, and I was going to let you know about them. I'm the Golden Goose, baby.
you got in before people knew because you're Jewish.
Buddy, I got in before the split happened by about 8 years. Not just because I'm Jewish, but Jewish might have something to do with it.
Oh.
Top Gun.
Yeah, the movie. I don't get it. I don't get these references. I'm not a very entertainment cultured person.
What are you? What's your skill set?
Business.
Hey. One real answer.
Yeah, business.
What's your skill set?
Business and making money.
All right.
Oh, I guess not making money. More so just the scamming aspect.
All right.
I've been around. I'm really good at it. I gave you a good scam earlier with the editors, didn't I?
I don't know.
Is it not a good idea
What?
to not pay your editors?
Bad idea.
You still haven't explained why. You just said that the pool...
Because you want people you want value from people and you want to give them value. That way it's
Why
sustainable.
not?
Because that's how people stay together. That's what I'm saying. You haven't been in a relationship. You have to understand compromise doesn't mean loss of self. It means about caring and being curious about somebody else.
But I don't care, or I'm not
I
curious
know.
about an editor.
You don't care and you're not curious. Full stop.
The only thing I know about the editor is that I don't want to pay him and I want him to do work.
Yeah, man.
I know 2 things about him.
But you know what? The editor is watching you and he's learning things that you could learn if you just edited yourself.
Do you think the Second Amendment included mounting a machine gun on the back of a Humvee truck? I know you have some experience with those guys.
What guys?
The people who mount machine guns on the back of a Humvee truck. Why'd you look at him? That's racist. That's way worse than saying a slur. That's because he has a thing on his head?
Huh?
Go ahead. Why'd you look at him? Because I said something that might have to do with Muslim people?
He's not Muslim.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He absolutely is.
Swear to God.
I swear.
You promise.
I just swore.
So if I find out that he's not Muslim,
Go ahead. He is, though. And how would you find out that he's not if he is?
I know.
That guy is a Muslim right there.
Okay.
But you don't believe me?
It's not that I don't believe he's not Muslim. I don't know he's Muslim. And I also don't know that Muslims have...
You said that guy is not Muslim. You didn't say, is he Muslim? Really? You said he's not. You made a
Because I don't
statement.
think he is.
But you just implied that you didn't say that. Now you're backing down.
I don't think he's Muslim.
Because you're not willing to say what you really believe in.
Believe in?
Yeah, you don't... Whatever you actually believe in, you won't say it. You have to control what you say on camera.
What are you talking about?
Because when you were trying to park next to that PetSmart, and then I had somebody come get you, they told me that you were just saying the nastiest stuff about gay people.
Okay.
You disagree? You're denying that happened?
Of course. But you're not going to pay attention to that.
What does that even... What do you mean pay attention to it? What can I do? I guess I could try to get the footage from PetSmart, but I doubt they would give it to me.
What's your beef with PetSmart?
Nothing. I just don't think they would give footage to a random guy.
See? You're just a random guy to yourself.
No, to PetSmart.
All right. Matan? Oh. Thought you left. This has been so much fun.
Wait, hold on 1 second. I want to get something. Special surprise, okay? Just sit there for a second.
Nope.
Okay, I'll stay here. Just sit here. Gotta stay. 1 second.
I'm not gonna let you, now that it's over, you're
It's
gonna
not
let
over.
your wet guy get me
I
the
promise
camera
that's
wet.
not what
I
happened.
ain't getting wet. I'm not getting wet, man.
Wait for long neck.